Saseni, karibuni sana kwa video yetu ya leo. Leo tutamaliza kusoma juu ya types of functions na tutaangazia functions with argument and a return value. Last video tulisoma juu ya functions with argument and no return value in C program. Katika hii type ya function tunazungumzia juu ya function ambazo ziko na argument na return value. Tukisema functions with argument, we are saying that this function is receiving data from the calling function. Kwa hivyo katika calling function kuna argument. Kwa hivyo hiyo function ina receive data kutoka kwa calling function. Alafu pia kuna return value, meaning that we are returning value back. Tunarudisha value kwa calling function. So we are returning value back to the calling function. Katika hii type ya function inatumianga kitu inaitwa two-way data communication. Yani kuna communication mara mbili. Communication ambayo inatoa data kutoka kwa calling function inapeleka kwa called function, na return value yenye inarudisha data back to the calling function. Hapa tuko na example. Hii ndio calling function, alafu tuko na called function. Calling function ni ile function ambayo imeitwa, the function calling. Then the called function ni function definition ambayo tumetengeneza ile function. Katika program unaweza tengeneza function mingi sana. Kwa hivyo kila time ukitengeneza function ama kila mara ukitengeneza ile function lazima uite ile function hapa ndio uweze kuitumia. So when you create a function you have to call it. Sawa, unatengeneza function alafu kwa main function unaita ile function. So this one is the calling function. So katika calling function we have a. Hii a ndio argument ambayo tumeweka ndio tutume hiyo argument tutoe hapa tuipeleke katika called function. So we have a copy of a inside the called function. Sasa hapa tuko na x. So badala ya a tutatumia x hapa. Alafu hapa kwa called function we have int. Hii int ni return value. So we are returning something back to the calling function. So we have the return statement. Hii return statement inatumika kurudisha kitu kwa calling function au kurudisha data kwa calling function. Sasa katika hii type ya function we have two way of communication whereby we are sending data from the calling function, we are sending it to called function, then we are sending back the statement back to the calling function. So we have argument that are there and we have the return value that is there. Tutaenda kwa code block tuandike hii program ndio tuelewe functions with argument and a return value. Katika code block tunaanza na kudeclare ile function. So we are saying float area brackets. Inside the brackets we say float, then mwisho tunaweka semicolon. So we have declared a function. Then inside the main function we start with declaring a variable of float size side, comma, answer, semicolon. This is a comma, not a full stop, comma. Then we print something on the screen. So we are using this printf. So we are printing enter the size of the square. So enter the side of the square. So we want to enter the side of the square, one side of the square. Then we want to scan the value that we have entered. So we are using scanf. So scanf brackets. Inside the brackets we put the quotes. Then we say percentage f because we are using the float. Alafu mwisho tunaweka comma, then we put the side because we want to scan the size that we have entered. Alafu mwisho tuweke semicolon. Now we create the calling function. So we say answer ans is equals to area brackets, then inside the brackets we put the side, because this is the calling function. So hapa tuweke comment, this is the calling function, so we are calling function. Yes, then we print the output after we call. Let us change the statement here. We say /n, that is the new line, then area of square is equals to %f. Alafu hapa tunaweka comma, then we write answer at the end. We want to find the answer. Alafu hapo sasa tutatengeneza the called function. The called function tulisema ni kama function definition. We are defining, we are creating that function. So we start with float. Float area brackets float x. Then we open the braces. Inside the braces, now we are creating the body of the function yenye tunatengeneza. Float a semicolon. Then a is equals to x times x, so that we can find the area. Then return a space a semicolon. So we are returning the value, the answer of a back to the calling function. So this one is the called function. Yes, we have the called function here. Hii hapa na hii ni the calling function. So when we call something, we pass this size back here to the x. Then when we return something, we are returning this return a, tunaituma back to the calling function, so that we can print the area of the square. Now we save the program. We build the program. We have 0 errors and 0 warnings. So we run the program. So hapa execution inaanza kwa main function. So we have entered the size of the square. So we want to enter the size of square. So let us enter 10. Then we click enter. Then there is area of the square is equals to 100. So we have entered the size of the square. Alafu hapa tumescan hiyo size of the square where we entered the 10. Then here we have the calling function. So it is calling the size. This size yenye tumeweka hapa 10. So we are calling the size of the square. So when you have the calling function, it will send this argument to the called functions. Kwa hivyo inatuma hiyo 10 tumeweka hapa, inatuma huku. So the copy of 10 will be sent here to the called function. Then here we are using x. So we have declared a variable of a. Then we are saying a is equals to x times x. Sasa x hapa ni the function, ni ile function tumeweka, which is 10. So we are saying 10 times 10, which is 100. Then return a. So we are returning this a. So this one is the return statement. So hii tunarudisha hiyo a back to the calling function. Tukirudisha huku, tuna print the area of the square, which is the answer. So it is a times a, which is 100. That's why we have the area of the square is equals to 100. Kwa hivyo imeprint hii line kwa screen. Alafu hapa badala ya answer ikaweka a, kwa sababu tumeirudisha huku hii a. So the size of the square is 100. Make sure you write the code correctly to get the correct answer. Tulieka katika output, tulieka size of the square is 10 and then we got the area as 100. Don't worry about the decimal point. Hizi inamaanisha hii ni float, meaning is a decimal point. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiza. Mukumbuke kulike hii video na msubscribe kwa hii channel.